Hello, what's up everyone? My name is Bro-Wheelz, you can call me Wheels. I believe when I left off, I was tinkering around with some blueprints to kind of get our conveyors looking a little more neater, more organized. My intentions were to bring in or start a little aluminum factory. Yeah, not sure of the exact placement. Right now I'm just gathering and locating all of the bauxite nodes. Unfortunately, 3 of them are in the red forest, which is probably going to cause some lag because my PC does not like the red forest. However, I figured we'd finish these blueprints because that's going to help me a lot with the conveyors, and then we'll head out to finish the aluminum factory because we really need that for our Mark 5 belts, and I don't want to set up our new oil processing plants until we can get our Mark 5 belts, because I looked them up. It is 700 and I think 80 items a minute. Like, that's a lot. But we really need faster belts so I can build some larger projects, because I don't want to build something then have to tear it down and redo it. I did do some tinkering around with the previous oil processing plant we had out there on the west coast. Remember, it was near our coal power plant. But I want to show y'all that we got our research done. It's complete. I just been scanning hard drives that I found while we were out and about with I went to go look for Mercer spheres, both of those, but so we have this fused wire which gives you copper wire, but we also have a fused quick wire, and I'm really thinking about this one. It'd just be less quick wire that's needed, or less caterium that is needed for copper. I feel like it's a really good one. Even the plastic AI limiter is a pretty good one to me. But before I start the research on another hard drive, we finished out Alien Megafauna, which now allows us to scan for the bad guys. Alien Technology, our Dimensional Depot, is maxed out. The only thing left is one of these, which I'm not even sure what it is. I completed the Caterium, so we have everything unlocked there. I completed Mycelia, all done. Nutrients has been done for a while. Power slugs, we're missing whatever that little white box is in the middle. Don't know what that is yet. I did finish out quartz and sulfur. We are kind of at a standstill because it's needing some kind of canister and the turbo fuel, so we'll have to set up the turbo fuel power plant with the oil processing over there so we can get ionized fuel. What is this one? Turbo rifle ammo. I have unlocked the homing rifle ammo. That is really fun. I like it. I went out and tried it. What else was there? Oh yeah. We got a lot. And I mean a lot of spheres when I went out earlier. Probably like 60. And then as far as the little glowing boogers, I've already got 500 power shards here and 39 on hand, and then a lot that haven't even been turned into power shards yet. So we're good to overclock everything at our new plant. It's just the fact of us, or me, setting up these conveyor belts, pillars, So this is iteration number 1. I'm about to make number 2 here. I have to build it from scratch each time, which is a little bit time consuming, but I like it. I like it a lot. But I hope everyone is doing all right today. You know? Why is it doing this? I forgot I was making a two story, and I ended up just making a regular old 1 story, and then bring her down. But I like this, what I came up with. Hang on, I'll show you how I done it from beginning to end. Oh, too far. Really hides the struts. You know, you can't really see them. So then I'll take in these shelf beams. Oh, come on, dude. They're right underneath it. Like that. Now there's just a little entrance that the items have to go through. And I like it. Block it all off, you know. We could set this on the same line as like a wall or something. I think it looks good. I like it. 2 conveyor support. Or just leave it. Just leave it conveyor. Yeah. Support. Oh wow, caps lock is on. What a bummer. Support. Oh, forgot an R. Holy. Support and power. Yes, power. We got power going with that thing, don't we? Where's my other blueprint? Oh, it's up here. You butt muncher. Why are you over here? Edit. We got it. We got it. Now, let's save this one. 2. No, not 25. But I put the background lime green, so what the heck is that word? So I know that it would be painted the color of the channel color, because maybe we don't want everything lime green, you know, maybe not, but it is lime green, and I'm kind of digging it. It's really nice. The only thing is though, these high-speed circuits, I really need to get them automated. Really need to. So now that we've got it here, I have to build it sideways for some reason. The H-beams aren't too friendly to work with. They're very sensitive on the direction that they are facing when you get like the little cut out of it. And there we have it. I thought about adding lights to them, but we can do that per pole, right? You know what I mean? Let's see, what would it be? Organization? Yeah. Say like we got the 2-meter sign. I want you to get your butt in there. Let's lock it, lower it, or don't lower. Yeah. You know? And then we add light to it. Oh wow, well, that thing's not letting me add nothing. I'm guessing it's one with the pole now. Ha! Yeah. Oh, now you want to switch your ways? Really? Whatever, dude. Oh, you can flip through them. Look at that. Sweet. I was just curious at what the conveyor would look like. Oh, I got it way too close. My bad. Oh yeah, that's clean right there. Shoo-wee. Wow. Looks good if you ask me. And then we start over. So I start with the feet, or you can start with the pole. And then you can go do the feet. Now the feet are the small, not like small pillar or big pillar, but the beam support. And you'll notice that it doesn't quite sit right. So when you get it under there, lock it with the key and just nudge it into position. Then we're going for the H beam, which is upwards. Put it in. And come right on up with it. Same thing here. Now, unfortunately, this blocks your ladder, but we got jetpacks. We got hover packs. We don't need no ladder. And that's why I was adding the power to these, so I could just carry the power over and over. And there we have it. Looking good. Looking good. So, time to add the power. Now, I've been using these Mark IIIs because I don't know where I'll be using these at. But if I use them inside a factory, I want them to have the ability to carry power. Because most likely, wherever the conveyors go, we're going to need that power. So, hold in place, nudge inwards and nudge down. Two times conveyor, 2A. 3 times conveyor, support, power, change to, yeah, 3X conveyor. And then, what do we got? Yeah, those icons are right. Yep, conveyor. Perfect. Blueprint saved. So, let's go check it out. Ha! That's freaking awesome. Look at that. Oh man, oh man. That is freaking awesome. Would you say so? Yeah. Everything in one area. I would assume you could connect from one to the other too. Oh yeah, see? Shoot. And you can't even see that wire. What? We can walk under this? Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And now, 4 conveyors. So here's something that I'm not certain about. What do we do to the side? Like that? Or do we do a 4 tall? I like the compactness of the 2x2. See the height? I like that. Versus... oh crap, that was fine. Yeah. I mean, I guess we could do both, right? Yeah, let's do both. We'll do the 4 tall here. And then we'll do the 2x2. Sound cool? And then a 3x3 or 3x2. 2x3? I think it would be a 2x3. Length by width. Length by width. Length, width, height. So 3x2. Yeah. It would be a 3x2. Find some feet. Where are my feet? Where are my feet? Architecture. But, oh man, let me tell you about yesterday, or rather last night. I laid out, shoot, maybe 20,000 concrete. It was a lot of concrete. And that was over at the new oil processing plant that I want to use to make the turbo fuel, because we got that heavy oil, turbo heavy fuel, something like that. And it allows us to turn heavy fuel residue, heavy oil residue, there we go, into turbo fuel, if I'm not mistaken. But look, I done some math earlier. I got the diluted fuel packaging figured out. I got it all figured out. So the old oil plant, or rather our first oil processing plant, that one I told you, does not look the same now. It does not look the same. It is now a plastic and fuel processing plant. It gives us diluted fuel packaged, and it gives us fuel for our fuel energy generators, and then it also gives no, I think that's it. Yeah, I don't know, but let me tell you what, when I was doing the math, I found that if you take the diluted. Let me get my notes. Yeah, so the recipe I was using was the alternate diluted packaged fuel, which allows you to turn heavy oil residue right into... Oh, that's right. I need a control nudge. It allows you to turn it straight into the diluted fuel. And when doing that, you can... So I went through and oh no, I can't change the name? Really? There we go. That'll fix it. 'Cause there ain't no way I'm about to rebuild this just to save it. So where is it? Blueprint? Oh, you butt muncher. Stay there. I mean, just look at how clean that is. It's amazing. Can't tell me this doesn't look good. Better than this. Good lord. Way better. So now we need to figure out... Oh crap. How we want to do our 2x2. Which I don't think it'd be too hard at all. Let's start with our poles, our conveyor. Okay, let's get our feet. Where's our feet? Oh yeah, it looks naked. We can't have it looking naked. It's gotta be strong. That's the wrong one. I need the shelf. You know what? It actually looks pretty good. I'm saying that it probably looks thick. You know, thick. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think yeah. There we go. I don't think anything would be able to run this bad boy over. It'd still be sitting after a hurricane, I tell you that. Okay, so this one's going to be our 2x2. That's what we'll call it, 2x2 conveyor. Support power. Add it over here. Yeah, I think we're good. Perfect. Let's take a look. Not too shabby, huh? Put it right there. Yeah. And it's still within a block wide? Okay. Okay. Alright. But our 3x3. It's gonna be just a little bit. What is that thing? What are you doing there? Oh. It's because it was right here. You gotta be kidding me. I gotta resave the blueprint. Save blueprint. Oh, cancel. Yep, leave it on undefined. Confirm. Exit. Open blueprints. This is the one we want to keep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. I didn't save it. Doggone it. Edit. Leave our 2x2. Apply changes. Make the 2x2. Oh good, it's gone. I don't see it. Nice. So, let's do a, do we want to stay within a block wide? I say that's probably like a better idea to stay within a block. So, go to logistics. I think we could still stay within a block wide. But if you remember, we just done the 2x2. I think we should do a 2x3 as well. So let's do that. Let's make a 2x3. Alright, let's get some feet. Where you at? Let's get a beam in here. Send it to the sky. Nice, nice. That's really freaking cool. You know, I didn't think I would ever use these little blueprint things, but after I made one for the, what you call it? Energy logs, I have loved it. So I think we'll be using a lot more of this. Okay, so that was a 2x2. 2 high, 3 wide. Length, width, height. So this one's actually a 3x2. Yeah. I didn't realize there could be so many combinations of these. So this is a 3x2. Set directory to here. Back up. Okay, good. Save. Check it. Yeah. Alright. We need to do a 2x3. Or, while we're here, let's go ahead and do the 3x3. Then we'll do the 2x3. Oh, you tried. There you go. Nice. Very nice. Lock it in. Scooch it back. Oh, too much. There we go. Scooch it back. Put it in place. And now we have our 3x3. I like it. This is fun. I really like this. Alright. Now we want 2 struts. And we want to make that... Where are you? Oh, architecture. Dang it. Try again. There we go. Now, let's get that shelf beam in here. Oh, yo. Hover pack? Necessity. It's freaking amazing. Not good for travel, but as far as working at the factory, amazing. I mean, I guess you could travel with it, but you get more speed with the whole jetpack. It's just more fun too. You're not limited by if you got power or not with the jetpack. I tried using regular fuel in the jetpack. Yeah, not again. Nope. Biofuel is the one for me, and I already set the biofuel up over at the coal generator place. Nice. So this one is a 2x3. Let's get this put in. Two by 3 conveyor. Set directory. We want it under conveyor belts. Thank you very much. Blueprint saved. Let's take a look, because we need to reorganize. Hey, hey, did I say you could do that? Alright, 1 by 2 by 3 by 4 by 2 by 2, 2 by 3. Do we need a 2 by 4? Will we ever really have that many? You know, I don't know. I guess it's better to have it than to not have it and need it, right? Very nice. So this one is a 2 by 4. Mm-hmm. 2 by 4. Set to here. Perfect. Save it. So now we need to make the 3 by 4. Logistics. Okay, 1 in the center. 4. 4. Excellent work, everybody. Excellent work. Gotta nudge it. Yeah. Looks good. Where's the shelf beam? There you are. That's a beast. 3 by 4. That's a beast right there. Goodness gracious. Oh lordy. That's a lot of conveyor belts. Oh my goodness. But we got it. If we need it. Alright, so 3 by 4. Alright. 1 buys, 2 by 2. Two by 3, 2 by 4, 3 by 2, 3 by 3, 3 by 4. Okay, we got them in ascending order. So the further we go down, the larger it is. I like it. Let's get rid of all of this now. Oh lordy. Oh lordy. What the heck is that? Let's see what our hard drive gave us. Oh. Evidently we forgot to scan it. Okay. So, a couple things I wanted to work on, besides the aluminum, is to get our iron and copper, you know, basic things set back up. Like, I want to get iron. Everything is set for, like, steel. Set up right there, and then turn our we need like a good centralized area that anything we want automated near us, we can have it, you know. Don't get me wrong, this little area here has been great. We've spent a lot of time here. I just feel like it's time we have a proper base. Somewhere. And I'm not sure where. But just somewhere for us to be. Just us. Looks like quick wire's done. Can't hold no more. I'm thinking about taking y'all with me to get the bauxite, but I don't want y'all to lag out too bad. So if I see some, what would I say, degradation in the video quality, then we're backing out of those woods up there, and we'll go do the concrete over at, where's that place? The big hole in the ground. Big hole. Way over yonder. And I get to show y'all another one of my new inventions. This one takes us up towards the aluminum. It's up behind the hills over there. And this one takes us to the big hole in the ground. Look at all that concrete. That is 22, maybe 24,000. Maybe 24,000, yeah. Still got a good little ways to go. I like this, the little staggered look. I don't know if we'll keep it. You know, I can take it straight and then turn. But I like the idea that there's a waterfall here. And if we ever get a train set up, just bring it straight through here and have it along this back side before it goes on around, right? I don't know how everything's gonna lay out yet. I'm headed this way to show y'all the oil. All the oil's under this side. So 2 here, 2 there, 2 more here. And that's all the oil. If I'm not mistaken, the one on the right, our right, the way we're looking right now, is a full 600. The one on the left's a 300, and that one there is also a 300. So that's why they go into the same junction. Both of these should be 600s. Okay, they may need power first. I don't think that 240 is accurate. Maybe it is. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. What's up, buddy? That's odd. What kind of node am I sitting on? Pure. Okay, yeah, so that's going to be a 600 in itself. And that's going to be 600. I'm not sure why it says 240. That is a bit odd. Impure, so yeah, poor quality. So I did want to save one, just for us, you know. So what I'm thinking is, all 4 of these, we turn into fuel and power generation, right? But then we'll have, that's 4, right? Yeah, 4 at 600. Yep, 4 pipes at 600 a minute, and then 1 pipe if it's 30. Yeah, it should be like 150, right? Let me see. 60, yeah. So it's gonna be what? I think 240. Gosh, I don't know. I'm having a major brain fart right now. But I wasn't sure how much water, or if any water was going to be needed. To be honest with you, I followed the coastline all the way around this big old lake, and I thought it was cool to leave some of the rocks sticking through, but to still like block it off. I don't know what we're going to do down here. I thought about doing most of the pipe work from underneath here and the conveyors. But then again, you know, I've got that one coal and that one sulfur that's way over yonder that needs to come over here. That's why I'm kind of waiting for our upgraded, whatchamacallit, conveyor belts. That's why I wanted to get our aluminum under the way. Come on now. Yeah. I mean, this place is huge. This is where I ran out of concrete. Right here. 3 blocks shy. 4. I'm curious if we put the wall here, will that rock stick through? No, I don't think it will. Trying to put 1 block. Or wants to put more than 1. Come on now. Yeah. This wall is 5 blocks high. Yeah. Underneath from the water level up is 10 blocks high. There's those things right there that look like dead cactuses in a way. You get mycelia from those with the cactus. The cactus. If you cut them up with a chainsaw, you get mycelia from them. I thought it was a bit strange, in my opinion. These purple ones, no can do. Just gotta give them that little bit of a pat on the back. Just a little pat. It's okay, buddy. And then crush his dreams of ever living again. Looks like this one's gonna be our. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a second. Just maybe. Let's go out by 3. Okay, yeah. That's a close call. Pretty dang close right there. Like I was saying, I'm not 100% sure where to bring the oil in at. I'm just trying to see what kind of shape we can get from this land here. Fortunately, we have to go up more than 5 blocks right there. Always gonna stick through the corner, aren't you? Yeah. Yes, you are. It's alright, we can fix that. Mm-hmm. Don't need this concrete. We'll take that back to be used. Thank you very much. Your contributions will duly be noted. Try to make straight walls and diagonal walls, just as much space as we can get. I felt like any space is good space. Not enough, it's bad space. So this was my existence. Just placing down some concrete. Getting her done, man. Getting her done. Yeah, I really need to bring a power cable over here or something. I mean, eventually it's going to need to be hooked up to the power grid. But I also want to bring a train. I want to bring the resources from way over yonder over to here. I just don't know where the good spot for the train is going to be. Ooh, my goodness. We're going to have another issue on this corner, aren't we? But then again, that's alright. We can fix that. Hey, 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 goodbye. Na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey, hey, goodbye. So maybe this corner here, if we were able to get the train to go on the backside here, maybe this room would be our observation and we could see everything. Just about everything. We got another little step down right there. Oh no, this could be like the back wall, right? And then all the machines are out there. And then we could have storage bins. Boom, boom, boom. I don't even know if we would need storage bins, to be honest with you. It's hard to see the line, but there's a line here where the concrete goes down. You see the way the blue block jumps. There's another step up right here. It's just a lot of concrete. You know, I'm gonna keep thinking on this. You know, we're gonna need a lot of room for our fuel generators. And that's something I thought about too. Like, where are we gonna get our plastic? Where are we gonna get our rubber? Stuff like that. And if we set up a base that's kind of near here or near the other oil, we can pipe it. I mean, I don't want to pipe it. Piping it kind of be an eyesore. But if it works, right? As long as we can get our plastic, our rubber. That's why I set up the dimensional depots for our plastic and rubber. But there's like recipes and stuff that take plastic and rubber. There's no point in having that there. We'll just delete that. It's over here anyways. Oh, cliff, huh? Yeah, that's a big cliff, alright. Oh, it's because it continues from over there. I don't know, we may leave it. We might be able to do something with that corner. Let me think. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. We can have our oil come up through this corner into some fluid buffers. Where are those pipes at? As you see, I think I was thinking about bringing them through here. I don't think that'll be the case this time. That'll be right there. Just a sea of concrete right now. Oh no. That doesn't look good at all. Okay. But you see, I've been brainstorming a lot about this place. That's why I was tinkering around with the other oil setup to understand the recipes and the requirements and the outputs and byproducts, all of that. I've got it figured out. Now I just need to figure out placement, where I want stuff to be. You know, we also need water, and those are the water pumps below. We need the packagers, you know. Just a lot of stuff, and that's why I'm thinking the low area out here could be our, because right here where these green geothermal generators are is where our sulfur is. Straight over there is where our other coal and sulfur is that I want to bring over. And I think there's even some up there somewhere, but I just want to grab that and bring it up because there's like a walkway back there. We'll just carry it on some conveyors, bring it on over, and then probably see how the little platform's going to play out in that corner, and then just meet both of those in the middle. Pump it down here because it needs to have mixed with the heavy oil residue recipe to make turbo fuel. So, and with it being there, and then further down, I forget what. Oh, no, I was needing the water for the diluted packaged fuel, but I don't think that's part of the turbo fuel recipe. Turbo fuel. Yeah, no, it's not part of the turbo fuel. But you see, we need the compacted coal, which is a 1-to-1 of sulfur and coal. So I'm gonna grab every bit of it that we can, bring it over, because all the oil together. Let's add this up real quick, and I'll do the math for y'all. Let's start with this one. So I'm gonna call this place, I don't know, we'll think of a name for it though. Two, 600. Another 600. Let me out. Let me out. It's really a bummer about these other two oil nodes. Why couldn't they all be pure, you know? Let's just give us the maximum amount of oil. Why they gotta be reduced? It's a bummer. So 300. And should be 300. Yep. Last one here. Wow. 150. So that is 2,000. 12 and 12. 2,400 plus 150. 2,550 oil, crude oil. And then if I look up the heavy oil residue, right? Or is it this one? This is the recipe I want to use. So it's going to be a 5, 4, right? But this is the compacted coal. Puts out 30 a minute, but the recipe we're using is alternate heavy oil residue. So if we look into it, what's it tell us? Typical production rate is 40 a minute and it consumes 30 per minute, but we have 2,550 cubic metric, I don't know, M3, whatever number, 2,550. That's all that matters. We just need to remember that number. And I get confused about these 3,000 things. Don't even worry about that, the numbers under it, because once you overclock it, it'll go up. And it'll have a parentheses. The number in the parentheses is the one you look at. But this recipe turned 3,000 crude oil into 4,000. See, that's why it messes me up. So just think of it as 30, right? Without being overclocked. If we overclock, let me do it without overclocking. Let's see how many refineries we would need. So we take our big number, like the total amount of oil we can get, which is the 2,550. We'll divide that by the 30, because that's how much each refinery would consume without overclocking. That is 85 refineries. So if we overclocked it by the 200%, the 30 per minute would go up to 60 per minute. So if we take the 2,550 divided by 60, that's 42 and a half refineries. But if you remember, we got this one oil node that's just 150, right? So that leaves us with the 2,400. And if we were to divide that by 60, since they're both even numbers, we get 40 refineries overclocked at 200%. So bare minimum, we need 40 refinery at 200% overclock. So that means we'll need 80, 80 shards, them power shards with the glowing boogers. So let's take a look at this recipe. This is what we want to turn the heavy oil residue into, right? Well, we know how much oil it's going to process. 30 a minute, but we gain an extra 10. So while we have 40 refineries, now this is also overclocked. So these numbers are doubled as well. So it's not just the 30 anymore. It's 60, 80, and 40 because it's 200% more. You're doubling the numbers. So therefore, 400 times 40, because that's our refineries. One of them gets us 400 a minute. A minute. That is 16,000 heavy oil residue. I gotta write this down or I'll lose track of what we're talking about. 16,000. So then we take that number and then we'll go down to the alternate turbo heavy fuel. Now both of these are alternate recipes and we got them super early after we unlocked the jetpack. We didn't even have the hover pack yet. And oh, there we go, we expanded it. Here comes some dang on decimals, right? But it's gonna take 5,000, so that's about 50. I'll tell you how we can make this simpler. Alternate turbo heavy. 37. We want to make these numbers as easy to work with as possible. Remember, we have 16,000. 16,000, right? So you see we got a 90, 75, 89. You see we're at 239, 240%. 240 gives us 90 a minute. So if we take the 16,000 divided by 90, oh, see, that doesn't break even either. That's 177. Holy crap. Holy crap. Hold on a minute. Holy crap. And what if we dialed that back just a little bit? Or not, you know, what if where's 90? You know what? I kind of want to check that number, the 9375. 1 second. That's 170 and a half. That's not bad. Not bad. Just so we know we're on the same page, that's 170 refineries. I'm trying to think what we could do with the leftover fluid, because we have to do something with it or the system will back up. Remember, we done the 200% overclock, the 60, 80, and 40. Oh, it's down here. Okay, so I think what we'll end up doing is doing the 170 at the appropriate valve with the valve on them, so that they can get. So there's 170, right? But each pipe only carries 600. But each one of these 170. Hang on, let me write this number down before we get lost. 170. Alright, got it. But out of these 170, only 600 pipe can only feed 8. Because they need 75 a minute. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 pipes at 600. Those 600 can feed. Okay, so let me do this. 600 can feed 8. 4 times. Oh, would it be 4 times? Yeah. I'm just double checking my math, one moment. Yeah, that's odd. No, that's right. Okay. So somehow we need 32 refineries is what it's looking like. But I don't think that's correct. Because we're going from 40 of the heavy oil residue, 60 per minute. Alright, I'll tell you what. We know that's 10 for one pipe, right? That's a lot. We got 4 pipes at 600, and 600 times 10 is 600, breaking even. That's 40 refineries, so that math checks out, right? But then we look at the heavy oil residue, because we're producing 80, right? Yeah. So let me check out here. 80 per machine per minute. And if we take that 80 and we times it by the 40 refineries that we'll have running at once, gives us 3,200 heavy oil residue. Okay, so somewhere I did do some math wrong. I got 16,000. $3,200. Now that matches the math that I was just getting a moment ago. Because with 3,200 heavy oil residue, and if we take that divided by the 40, right? No, wait. Oh. Wait a sec. If we divide the 3,200 by 8, because that's what we thought we were going to need. That gives me that weird 400. Okay, I don't think that's right either. 3,200 heavy oil residue, and at 75 a minute. But 75, let's see, 600? Because that's as big as the pipe we can carry. Divided by 75. That's 8 per 600. And out of 3,200, 3,200 divided by 600 gives us 5.33333, right? So we could say that's 5.5. Or we just go 5 and then add one extra machine. Or we underclock the last machine for whatever amounts left over. Yeah. Alright, but let's take a look real quick. So when these pipes leave the refineries with the heavy oil residue, we're gonna end up with 5 pipes and one extra one that we don't know what to do with because it's a little extra fluid. Which I guess wouldn't be a bad thing, because if we just add the one extra machine to take the fluid out of the pipe, and if we get that amount right, we should be okay. So we're gonna have 5 pipes. The one pipe is only gonna be at 0.33 of 600. Hang on. So the last machine, or the last pipe really, is gonna have 198. I'm not sure on that. It's Kind of tough to say what that extra amount is gonna be, but it has to go into a machine. Or since we got this one right there, we can use it to make plastic and set up some packagers with the canisters and just package the leftover oil and sink it. That's interesting. Interesting. Hang on. I'm gonna start from the beginning again. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna recheck, triple checking math here. We're starting with 2,400 crude oil. We want to turn that crude oil into heavy oil residue. Well, with 2,400, that's a lot of oil. But our pipes can only carry 600. That means there's going to be a set of 10 per pipe. Ten refineries. If there's 10 refineries, that means for every refinery, they're making 800 heavy oil residue. Yeah, it's gonna be 800 just for one pipe of 600 per minute. We're getting 800 heavy oil residue. And out of that 800 heavy oil residue, ooh, that's a lot. That is a lot. Let me see something real quick. Okay, so we're going to be careful of what pipes get hooked up to which pipes. Because in a group of 10 refineries, 7.5 of those are needed for just to fill one pipe. It'd be 7.5 refineries. But how do you get a half of a refinery? I don't know. How you get half? I don't get it. But if we know the total amount of fuel coming out of these 40 refineries, which would be what? 80 times 40 There's the 3200 again. One refinery gives us 80. And if one refinery gives us 80, then it would be safe to assume we times it by 40 for the total of all the machines to process all the crude oil. Correct? Correct. Pretty sure that is correct. I'm taking this very slow because this is my third time trying this math. So, 80 times 40 gives us 3,200 of heavy oil residue. Now, 3,200 divided by 600, because that's our biggest pipe, is 5.33333. So if we know we got 5 pipes at 600 from the 3,200, let me write this down real quick before I move on. $3,200 divided by 5. Yeah. Let's see what we get. 5 pipes alone. What the heck? Oh. How is that? Oh, okay. So it's not even 5 pipes. Hang on a second. 3,200 divided by 4. I tell you what. Hang on a second. $3,200 divided by 600 equals 5.333. Let's just assume that we have 5 pipes. How are we to find the 0.30333333 of 600? And is it of the 600 or is it of the 3,200? What the heck is 0.333333? Huh? The only thing that I could suggest is 533, like, we're talking about per minute 533, right? So if we had one machine, we set it to 533333333. Don't think. Oh, crap. Crap. I'm on the wrong recipe. Hang on. Because we're turning the heavy oil residue into the turbo heavy. This is what I need the 533 to be on. per minute right here. Yeah, give me that 5.3333333. Yeah. So you see the heavy oil residue up top is at 6.6667. We need to get that to the 5333. 13, 14. It's gonna be too much if we go to 15. Ain't it? No, 525. We're looking for 533. Oh, 17, 16, 525. Alright, let's do 14.2. Ooh, we're close. 5 point. Let's add a 5 in there. Ooh. Ooh. Bring it back. Bring it back. Let's do a 4. We're getting close. We're getting close. Let's see. 3,200 divided by 600 equals 53333333333. But because it repeats on a 3, 3 is still less than 5, so it wouldn't be rounded up. So that would be consuming a little bit too much fuel there. But if we do this one, it may get too much. 422 or 14.23. Okay, the 0.2 is closer than the 6 there. So we leave out, coming from the refineries, from crude oil to heavy oil residue, we leave there with 3,200 heavy oil residue, which fills up 5 pipes, but only one pipe gets 5.3333. How do we add that to 40 different machines? Would we divide 40 by 5.33? Would that would split the 5.33 to 40 different machines, right? So if we took 40, because we know one of these at the double clock speed can handle boom, boom. Or is it even 40? No, because these are 75 a minute on 200%. So 70. Hang on a second. Eight. We know we got 5 pipes. Yeah, 5 pipes, because we're trying to get rid of the 0.33. Or the 5.3. Or would it just be the 33? We got 5 pipes of 600, right? Let me double check. 600 times 5, 3,000. Yeah. So 600 times 5.333333. What the fuck is that? Sorry, what is that? 600 times. No. Divided by 5.33. 3333333 is 112.5. Would that be what the last pipe gets? Right? Would it? Or no? Am I wrong? Tell you what, just gotta figure it out. So, we know the 3200 is gonna give us. We know for sure that 3000 goes into 5 at 600 cubic meters in a pipe. So 600, 5, 3000, right? Right. But how do we limit? How do we limit that? I got it. We don't even have to find out what this last little thing is. We got valves. We can set the valve at the beginning of the pipe before it runs down to each set of refineries. So like, let's say we got our, where's my mouse? Right here. Okay, take for example that these are oil coming in here, refineries producing heavy oil residue. We take that pipe, we run it down, but for each, what was it, 5? We need 5 rows, right? But for each row, as soon as it comes through here, right, it comes out, we just take it to one side, and then it's going to go into each refinery. Each refinery pipe, because we need 5 of them at 600 per minute. Let me write this down. 3000. Boom. 3000, 5 pipes, 600 cubic meters. Okay. So, back to the diorama here. So, we got our heavy oil residue coming from all of this, which would be 5 pipes. But we have, what, 8? Oh. We have 40 refineries processing this. But coming off of the 40 refineries, those pipes are only going to have 5 pipes of 8 refineries down each pipe, which will then turn it into the turbo fuel. Right, because we need 40 refineries at 200% overclock just to process the 2400 oil. So we need 40 refineries to process 2400 cubic, which is 400 or 600 pipes. But then, let me make sure I put in the overclock. And then, where we at? We're left with the heavy oil residue. Now the heavy oil residue that we get from those is 3,200 heavy oil residue. 3,200. Now, there is no byproduct except for polymer resin. Oh, wrong recipe. Wrong one. Right here. That polymer resin is gonna get synced or either turned into fabric. The majority's probably gonna get synced. It'll probably all get synced except for what I'll pull out and put in a storage bin, I reckon. So, but we're eliminating the 200 off of it, right? I wasn't even going to worry about it. So I simplified it down to 3,000 at 5 pipes of 600. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Let me put product 3,200 heavy oil residue. Yeah. Oh, but that's for all of them. Okay, I just messed up. 1 second. I was breaking it down by machine, but that's okay. I don't have to rewrite. Just trying to simplify my notes. So we have the 4 pipes going in at 600, but then we're going to have 6 pipes coming out from, come on, from the 40 refineries. 6 pipes coming out with, well, I mean, it's not even really 6 pipes. It would be 5 pipes. I need to branch 5 pipes off of the 40 refineries. 40 times 5 is 8. 40 divided by 5 is 8. So every 8 refineries, I need to put a pipe. And that's if I just want to split the load evenly because of the flow. Because if it was just one pipe, all of that fluid trying to get through one pipe would slow down the production of the turbo fuel. So we definitely want 5 pipes coming out at the 600, which I would then put the valve on at the beginning of those pipes to make sure that nothing happens. It doesn't get no more than 600, and so it'll actually back up into these machines here, but only the heavy oil residue will back up. The polymer is going to get trashed. Yep. Okay. Alright, so now we know about the refineries from crude oil to heavy oil residue. The heavy oil residue going into turbo fuel off of 5 pipes, but 675. How many times can you go into 600? 8. Each pipe will have 8 machines. So where are you? Right here. This is a good spot. Needs 8 refineries. Producing. What's 60 times 8? 480. Turbo fuel. All right. So 480 times 5, because we got 5 of these pipes, but one pipe can only feed 8 refineries. So if we got times this, we'll end up with 2,400 cubic meters. That's a lot, but a lot easier to work with 600 pipes. 2,400 divided by 600 gives us 4 pipes. Which I'm not even sure how many the dang on fuel things. I don't know how thirsty they can get, you know. I'd have to go back to the other oil place to find out how thirsty they get. But yeah, you see my dilemma of why I've been having to think a lot. And I like it. I like the idea of this math in the game, you know. You can enjoy it. It's really pleasing. But I'll do more of this concrete up in that way, try to figure out, oh, and this way too. Try to figure out what we're going to do as far as bringing the coal and the sulfur together in order to produce the turbo fuel. Plus I know how many machines we need now. That's a big help. That is a tremendous help. Oh my goodness. Because I thought I was going to have to wing it. But luckily, we got into that math. We figured out that math. Now, we know the math. It's just the point of doing it, you know? So, I'm here to find out how much. Well, it doesn't matter how much because it's all going to go in there. Never mind. I was going to say, I was going to find out how much sulfur we have here to produce. But honestly, it don't matter. It's all going with the coal. And that sulfur and coal too. It's all coming in here. And over there. It's going to go into the here's a good vantage point. Probably knock out these fart rocks right here. Hang on. So I don't know if turbo fuel is going to last longer than regular fuel. I don't know if we're going to get any better fuel economy out of the turbo fuel. I would think it would produce more power, but burn the same. It's hard to say, really. It's an odd one. I don't know anything about the turbo fuel, and I'm still new to the fuel generators. But we can figure out the math for sulfur, coal later on. But yeah, all of this whole open area, and luckily we don't even need water. I thought we were going to need the water under there. So if I really wanted to, I could still put the pipes and conveyors under there. The whole reason I wanted to take the oil back there, because it kind of functions like water. Once you pump it up one way, as long as it's down from wherever you started at, you don't need any more pumps. So if I pump it straight up in that corner there, bring it on in, set up our 40. Let me get it. Where's it at? Where you at? I'm gonna find you. Yeah, our 40 refineries for our crude oil. I think we can get them to fit there. I'm not 100% sure. We may have to go this way. But if we go this way, is that right in there gonna be enough room for? And then also I wanted the train to come through back there. But maybe we'll find another path. Maybe it can come in from either over there or over there. Make a big loop around the whole plant. Park. And then pull right back out. You know. Right? Right. But, yeah. Got a lot more concrete to go. But we'll get there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will. And then, right now, I think I wanted to head to the, oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't know how to brain fart. I don't know. Oh. Oh, well, we've just about been 2 hours. I think we'll call this one for 2 hours. I appreciate y'all's help on this math, letting me talk it out with y'all. Yeah, stay tuned. This it's going to be a massive turbo fuel plant. Yeah, because I want to take that remainder turbo fuel in order to package it so I can have it for the jetpack, because I've got biofuel already set up with the coal power generators over there. It's hidden. You're not going to see it from the top. It's down below. And it's constantly uploading my dimensional with biofuel. I've got the packaged regular fuel over at the first oil processing plant. And then I've got no, that'll be all. So I want this place to be the turbo fuel place. But if we are gonna have, what is it called, rocket fuel, are we gonna be able to get that rocket fuel soon after unlocking turbo fuel? So is my math gonna change? You know what I'm saying? And if rocket fuel takes the turbo fuel, that's even better. But what if it doesn't? So I'm still trying to progress on the sulfur tree while trying.
Please remember to stay within your designated zone as stated in your contract.
How many refineries we need?
Violation of this contract will result in serious consequences should you survive.
Fuel made? And can you put the rocket fuel in the fuel generators? Because that would be freaking awesome. Because we still have the one remainder oil cell or oil deposit that's got 150. We can turn that into plastic for packaging. Package everything. Alright. Well, we're back here. Let me show you what I want to unlock. Oh, hard drive's done. Steel cast plate or copper alloy. Copper. And what? 100 a minute. Wow. Iron. Wow. Wow, that's I would take that one. 100 a minute. That's pretty cool. That's a lot. So under sulfur, right here. Turbo. Rocket. Hang on. Don't say it's cheating. It's in the game. Do you see these silver canisters anywhere? I don't either. Okay, so we will be okay to set up this turbo fuel plant. I'm assuming. I'm assuming now. But we'll have to oh, goodness gracious. We'll have to rebuild it, I guess. Yeah. Whenever we get our... If the fuel generators can run off of rocket fuel, which would be awesome. You know how freaking cool that sounds to run off of rocket fuel? Freaking cool. But I'm going to continue to gather up the bauxite tomorrow morning and try to get a location set up for us to do our aluminum factory tomorrow. Yes, that would be cool. But alright, everyone. Y'all have a great day. What is that? Oh. It sticks to the wall. That's crazy. But yeah, y'all have a great day or a great night, wherever you are. Alright, but y'all take it easy out there. Take care now.